Good morning or good afternoon, whatever time it may be. Thank you for joining us. This month, we are focusing on a salute to the elements. And today, we're going to be looking at water. And I'll start with this quote: "The mind is like water. When it's turbulent, it's difficult to see. But when it's calm, everything becomes clear." And I know throughout the week, we all experience a turbulent mind, whether that's stress, something happening in our relationships, or at work. I personally am experiencing right now a lot of work life balance. In the past, I used to go home and have a glass of wine to calm my mind, most likely a bottle. And now, being alcohol free, we really need to find other coping mechanisms to help us calm our mind. So here we are at yoga. So today we're going to be honoring the element of water. You will need a glass of water for the end of our practice. We're going to do a water blessing. You will also need some blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use books, a hard pillow, a rolled up blanket or towel, but you want it to be pretty firm. And then let's go ahead and join me on the mat to begin. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Brooke on my clothing is all Functional Sobriety Network merch. So you can always go find that. I think on her website is where I ordered it. But yes, my yoga pants and my shirt are from Functional Sobriety Network. Okay, let's go ahead and settle in and just take a deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in. Release. And inhale. And as you exhale, roll those shoulders back down your back. Let them drop away from your ears. Bring your hands to your heart as we set an intention for today. And perhaps that intention is to be calm, to feel a sense of peace. Water cleanses us. It makes room for the new. Water reflects. It allows us to see ourselves in still waters. And water flows, just like we need to flow through life. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, seal in that intention. As always, listen to your body. And if you need to stay in a pose longer, please feel free to do so. Feel free to go to child's pose, tabletop, or even just seated. Just listen to your body. It will let you know what you need. So we're going to start with some seated cat-cows. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. Lift up, arch the back, head up, and exhale, round the back. Inhale, chin to the sky. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Do a few more of these on your breath. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you round the back. And when you're ready, join me back in neutral. We're going to do some Sufi rolls, and I'm going to go clockwise. And we're just rotating our upper body. You can lean in with those shoulders. That gives a little extra bit of a stretch through those shoulders, the front of the shoulders. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and reverse that. Make sure that you're breathing. And when you're ready, come back to neutral. We're going to do, it's kind of like a mandala, or you could think of it like one of those water mills from Holland. So it's just going to kind of be this seated flow of some side twists. So start by raising your left hand up as you inhale, and exhale, dropping to the right. You can stay with your right hand on the side. You can drop all the way down and use a block. And take a deep breath here as you open up through the left side of your rib cage. And exhale. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you drop further down. On your next inhale, bring that left hand to the right knee. You're going to take your right hand behind you. Sit up tall and straight. Inhale. Lift through the crown. Exhale. Twist as you look over your right shoulder. Inhale here, lifting. Exhale, twisting. One more breath in. Exhale. And on your next inhale, bring that right arm up and over, opening up the right side of the rib cage. Your left hand remains on your right knee. Take a few breaths here. Imagine yourself flowing. And then when you're ready, drop your right hand down to your left knee. And this is a really good upper back opener. So as you inhale, pull those knees in towards the center. And the more you pull towards the center, the more you'll feel a stretch up in here. And I know I've been working on the computer a lot this week, so that just is an amazing stretch for me. One more inhale, and on the exhale, release the left arm and bring it behind your left side. And we're in a side twist. So we inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and on the exhale, twist looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthening, exhale, twist. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, bring that left arm up and over, getting another deep stretch in through that left rib cage. And then go ahead and drop that left hand down to the right knee. Pull those knees in towards the center. As you inhale, drop chin to chest. And exhale. On your next inhale, raise your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So let's start by raising our right arm up into the air and leaning over towards the left side, opening up the right side of that rib cage. Think of yourself as water, being fluid, soft and yielding. And then bring that right hand to the right knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist. 2 more breaths on your count here. Now when you're ready, inhale, bring that left arm up and over, getting another stretch in that left side. And dropping the hand down to the knee for that upper back stretch. Lengthen through the crown of your head as you drop chin to chest. And release that right arm behind you. Inhale, lift, exhale, twist, looking over that right shoulder. Two more on your breath. And lift that right arm up and over. One last final stretch through the right rib cage. And exhale, crossing in front of you onto your knees. One last upper back stretch. And on your next inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's go ahead and do a few neck rolls here so you can drop your ear, your left ear to your left shoulder, and just kind of roll your neck to the right side. And this is one where I really like to encourage you to see what feels good. What is your neck saying to you? One side might be tighter than the other. You might need to stay in one spot a little bit longer. Open that back. The back of the neck up. And when you're ready, come back to center. We're now going to do some eagle arms. So go ahead and lift your right arm up. You want your bicep parallel to your shoulder, but in front of your face. And then you're going to bring your left arm and cross it up and around. And some people can't cross, and that's fine. You can just do whatever you're able to do. And then here, as you take a deep breath in, lift those arms up, chin to chest, exhale. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, you can drop back down. Let's do one more. And exhale, uncross those arms. Now let's do the left arm up, parallel to your shoulder. Cross that right arm in front and then behind. And then inhale as you lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale back down. Okay. Shake that out and join me on the mat on your back. And we're just going to do some pelvic tilts here. So I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in, and you're scooping that pelvis up, almost like a bowl. And on the exhale, you push it down, and you should have a slight arch in your back. So go into a few rounds of those on your breath. It's almost like a cat-cow in a supine or back position. And then come back to neutral. And if your blocks aren't right next to you, like mine aren't, go ahead and grab them, or your blanket or towel. And we're going to do some bridge poses. And our first one is going to be flowing bridge. So lay completely flat on your back, legs stretched out. And then bring your feet, walk your feet up towards your sit bones. And on the inhale, I want you to ground down through your feet, lift that pelvis, lift the arms up overhead, and exhale, arms back down by your side. Inhale and exhale. So it's almost like flowing water underneath the bridge. And we'll do one more. And exhale. Now, we're going to do a little abductor and adductor work, so our inner and outer thighs. So we're going to start by taking a block, or if it's a towel rolled up, that's fine, and putting it between your knees. And we're going to be doing the bridge, but as we inhale and lift, I want you to squeeze the block together. So inhale, squeeze that block in between your knees. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze the block, raise the pelvis. And exhale, lower back down. Inhale, all the way back up. Squeeze that block. And exhale back down. Now take the block or the towel, whatever you're using, and put it between your feet. We're going to be doing the same movement, except instead of squeezing our knees together, we're going to be squeezing our feet together, and you should feel it more on your inner thighs. So as we inhale, we lift and squeeze the feet together. Exhale, release. Inhale, all the way up, squeezing those feet together. Exhale, come back down. Do two more of those on your breath. Squeezing. And then releasing. And our last one is what I like to think of as a pontoon boat in the water. Maybe it's floating underneath that bridge. So bring the towel, blanket, or block underneath. You want it kind of right below your lower back, your sacrum, so that it's resting. And then from here, stretch your legs all the way out straight, your arms up overhead. So you're one big, long pontoon. Go ahead and take 3 breaths here. Feel that full body stretch. Opening up the torso, the lower back. And when you're ready, you can bring those legs back up towards your sit bones. Remove the block. Come down to the bottom, your sit bones to the ground, knees up to your chest, and just rock side to side. Give that lower back a little bit of a massage. And then we're going to start rocking forward and back until we come all the way up and we're seated with our legs bent. And we're going to do a little bit of a boat pose. So you want to kind of lean back with your upper body, and whatever feels comfortable, lift your legs. Your legs can stay on the ground and you can hold your knees. You can lift them up slightly or parallel to the ground. Arms can come out to the side. They can be down on the ground, whatever your body is feeling. And we're going to take a deep breath in here. And exhale, come back down. All right, let's go ahead and get into child's pose. So knees are wide on the mat and your big toes are touching. Sit back and then just drop down. You can rest your forehead on the mat. You can use a block, whatever feels comfortable. As you're here, you want to push those hips back and stretch those arms forward, spreading out those fingers. Inhale and open mouth, exhale. And then from here, I want you to kind of stay in this same position with your legs. And we're going to kind of do this circling of our body where we come up out of child's pose, lean all the way forward, and then come back down. Just opening up those hips. And then reverse that the opposite way. And then when you're ready, join me in tabletop. And we're going to take a stretch of the right leg all the way out, back. Inhale, and on the exhale, bring that knee into center. Inhale, leg outstretched. Exhale to your nose. Inhale, last time. Exhale, bring it into your nose. Now take that right leg and you're going to just hold it out to the side and make some circles with it. Again, loosening up those hips. And then reverse that. Come back into table. And I want you to take the right leg and stretch it all the way out onto your tiptoe and push back. You should feel a nice stretch in your right calf. And then bring that right leg back. And we're going to do the same thing with the left. So inhale, left leg goes out. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg out. Exhale, knees to nose. One last time. And then we're going to take that out to the side and do some hip circles. And reverse that. And then go ahead and stretch that left leg all the way out onto the tiptoe. Push back and get that nice calf stretch in the left leg. And then come back into tabletop. From here, we're going to push up into downward dog. Take a few breaths here. You can rock back and forth, walking the dog. And on your next inhale, walk your legs forward or your hands back. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Next, we're going to do something that I like to think of as a waterfall. And we're going to go a little bit slow on it. And I like to think that we're just letting go, that we're just falling like the water in a waterfall. So take a deep breath in, arms up overhead, come up on your tiptoes if you're able, and then drop down, hands to thighs. Graze the front of the shins into a forward fold. All the way back up, hands overhead, hands to heart. So it's kind of like a waterfall. Deep breath in, tiptoes, flow down like the water as you graze down the front of your legs, hands on the ground, and flow all the way back up, hands above. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do one more. Up on those tiptoes, reach up as you flow the water down all the way to the ground. Exhale. Inhale. Hands above. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do a sun salutation before we go into our next flow. So inhale, hands above. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come down into plank. Breathe here. Remember, you have the option to lower your knees or be in tabletop. And when you're ready, exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Tuck those elbows in towards your rib cage. Exhale, back down. Inhale, curl the toes under. Exhale, downward dog. Walk those feet forward, hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ground down through the feet, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're going to do some warrior poses here. So let's start with warrior 2. I want you to step your right foot forward. Your left foot is back. And your foot is angled about 45 degrees. Your hips are going to be facing forward. And you're going to bend that right knee. But you want to keep it parallel over the ankle. So if you need to make an adjustment, you can scoot your foot forward. Take a deep breath in. Arms up. Exhale. Gaze over those right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, straighten that front leg. Come up. Hands up overhead like a star. Exhale, back down to warrior 2. Inhale, up, star, Exhale, warrior two. Last time, inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Now I want you to imagine you have a paintbrush in your right hand and you are just going to reach up, paint the ceiling as you reach back behind you into peaceful warrior. Straighten that front leg into reverse triangle. And then cartwheel your hands down into triangle. You have options here for a block. Your hand can be up. Your hand can be on your hips. Whatever feels right to you. Breathe here. And then we're going to just turn both our feet to the long edge of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. And if you need to take that block with you, you can do that. You can also hands on the ground. And you just want to drop that body. Release that upper body. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay too. Release that head. Just let it hang. Deep breath in. Option here to take the hands and clasp them behind you and lift. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. And when you're ready, bring your hands to your hips. Bend at those knees. Take a deep breath in. Use that upper body core to raise yourself up into wide-legged mountain. And take a deep breath here. And exhale. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now we're just going to kind of turn our body to the left. Your right foot may need to be adjusted. You might need to bring your feet closer together, further apart. But we want to be in warrior two. So that left leg is bent at a 90-degree angle. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms are up. Gazing out over those left fingertips. And on the next inhale, straighten that left leg, arms up to star. And exhale, back down to warrior two. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. One more inhale, all the way up. And exhale, warrior two. Make sure your hands are out in front. Imagine that paintbrush again, painting that ceiling above you, all the way up into reverse warrior. Straighten that left leg, reverse triangle. And cartwheel all the way down into triangle again. Block is the option here. Right arm up overhead to the sky. You can look up at that right hand. You can also have your hand on your hip. Whatever feels right. Breathe here. Big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And then we're going to move back into that wide-legged forward fold. So again, if you need to bring the block, bring the block. But make sure you're not lifting your head up here. You really want the head and the neck to hang and release. Option. Hands behind you, clasp, lifting up. This is where you might find it helpful to bend slightly at the knees. Inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, put your hands on your hips, bend the knees, bring yourself all the way up, wide-legged mountain. Walk those feet back into the center. Take a deep breath in, arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we are now going to go back to the floor. So join me back down on the ground for child's pose. And just stretch out here. Take a few breaths. Push those arms out in front. Hips all the way back. And when you're ready, join me in whatever way feels right, back on the ground, on your back. And you want your feet up by your sit bones so your knees are up towards the sky. And we'll be doing supine pigeon. So bring that right leg all the way up towards the sky. Take the right ankle, cross it over the left knee. Push that right knee away. Take a deep breath in and lift that left leg. You can grab behind the thigh. We're going to breathe here. So options, you can leave the left foot down on the ground. You can also grab the shin if you want to pull in tighter. Flex that right foot and make sure the right knee is pushed away from the upper body. And that will give the deeper stretch. More breathing here. This is a really nice hip stretch. You can feel it in your glutes. And then when you're ready, go ahead and cross that right leg over the left. Bring the left foot down to the ground. And you can bring your arms out to the side in a T, and we're just going to drop to the left side. You can look over your right shoulder. Gives a little bit of a deeper stretch. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just let that go. It also is helpful sometimes to put a block underneath that knee or a blanket. You might feel a few cracks in the back. I know mine was just popping. And on the next inhale, bring your legs all the way back up to center. Release the right leg. Might need to readjust your hips. Both feet are on the ground. Take a deep breath in. Lift that leg up all the way to the sky. Exhale, lower that left ankle to the right knee. Again, making sure that left knee is pushed away. It's pushed towards your feet. Flexing that left foot. Inhale. Option here to grab the back of the thigh. Breathe. There's no hurry. Water often knows this. It flows slow and steady, but it always gets to where it needs to go. And you can drop that right foot back down to the ground and cross the left leg over. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, drop those knees to the right side. Option here, you do not have to have your legs crossed. You can just have them resting on top of each other. Arms are out in a T. You're looking over your left shoulder. And we're breathing. And when you're ready, let's come all the way back up, uncross the legs. And we are back with our both feet on the ground. I want you to go ahead and stretch your legs all the way out so you have your full body on the ground. Please take your arms up overhead. And we're slowly going to take our left leg and walk it over to the left side. And then the right leg follows. And then the left arm and the right arm. So you're almost in this crescent moon or a banana shape. And you should be getting a nice stretch all throughout the right side. And then come back to center. And let's do that same thing on the right side. So bring the right leg over, followed by the left, right arm, left arm. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. And then come back to center. Go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Rock back and forth, side to side. If you want, you can grab your feet, a little bit of a happy baby. And then go ahead and take your feet all the way down into corpse's pose, preparing for Shavasana. And you can stay here. I'm going to guide you through a meditation. So you can go ahead and close your eyes or soften your gaze. Begin by noticing your breath. Your chest rises and falls. Feel the cool air as it enters your nostrils and the warmth of that air as it releases. Feel the breath as it enters your lungs and fills your belly. And notice the movement as you exhale. Think of your breath as waves of respiration and your body as the ocean, as your breath flows in and out. These waves are moving through your body, your jaw, your eyes, your throat as you begin to let go. Feel your shoulders relax into a gentle pool of calm waters. Release your hands, torso, legs, and feet. Your entire body is relaxed. All the cells living and moving inside as we honor the element of water. Our breath, just like the ocean waves, rolling in and rolling out. The empty shore as the tide comes in and recedes. As you move through life, we are water. Sometimes soft and gentle like a lake. Sometimes steady and strong like the river. Even times stormy like the waves in the sea. The water element is within us. Let it flow throughout us as it cleanses our cells and our hearts, bringing vitality throughout. Be here with this flow. I'll watch the time. Begin to wiggle and move your toes, your fingers. Maybe rock the neck from side to side. Take a full body stretch with your arms up overhead. Breathe deeply and exhale. You can go ahead and find your way to a seated position and grab your glass of water. So as we look at this water and we hold it, Let's acknowledge that water takes on whatever energy is around us. So before we take a sip, let's offer gratitude and send love to the water. Love to our skin for the hydration it provides. Love to the brain for functioning, blood for pumping. Gratitude for all the water offers us. Thank you, water, for nourishing us and sustaining all life. Imagine the water before you drink it, going into every part of your body, into every cell, charged with this gratitude and love. As you take a sip, feel it as it flows through every part of your body. I want to thank you for taking the time today to practice this self-care. My wish is that you end with a calm mind, just like calm waters. Namaste. Thank you.